and welcome back to your mat. My name is Anna, the Holy Banana, the Holy Yogi, and today I am bringing you an intuitive feel-good flow. So I actually can never really plan classes. It's just the style of teaching that I enjoy, that I teach very intuitively based on the students in the class, the energy of the room, and also matching a bit of my energy. So today I'm going to be bringing you one of those classes where I am simply moving intuitively in my body and leading you in a class on your mat. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see where we land in our bodies, in what shapes, in what patterns. I hope you enjoy. All we will need is a couple of blocks and we'll get started in a child's pose. So let's bring those knees about mat width distance. Toes together, hips back to the heels, and walk these hands forward, bringing the forehead down, finding connection to that third eye. These first few moments in class, we take a couple breaths in and out through the nose to center our body, our breath, and our mind together. Call to mind what made you roll your mat out today. Let that be your intention for your practice. Take a few more breaths, feeling the ribcage expand. And feeling the belly button pull back to the spine. On our next inhale, plant those fingertips on the floor. Lift the palms off of the floor, arms lift off of the floor, and we are simply connected by the tips of the fingers. Then on our exhale, let's press the palms down, lift the fingers, and imagine dragging those palms back towards the knees, finding a bit of activation in the arms and shoulders. Inhale, press the fingers in, lift the palms. Exhale, press the palms down, lift the fingers up. Inhale, lift the palms, press the fingers. Exhale, press the palms, lift the fingers. Inhale, lift. And exhale, press. Let those hands relax, let the arms relax. And from there, ragdoll, roll yourself up into your tabletop position. Take your time moving there. Finding hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's drop the belly, squeeze the shoulders, look forward and up. Come into our cow. Like a little kiddo is sitting on the back. And then exhale around the spine, press the shoulders to the ceiling, belly button to spine, chin to chest, drop that tailbone and head. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Beautiful. Let's take one more like that. Waking up the spine. And bringing it back to center. Reach this right hand forward and over to the left edge of the mat as you pull those hips off to the right, getting a stretch in the side body. Good. On your next inhale, bring the spine back to neutral. Lift the arm forward and up. That right arm reaching to the ceiling. And then thread it underneath the left. Drop the right shoulder and ear down. Hips stay over the knees and find your thread the needle. Left hand content under left elbow or reach long on the mat. Take your pick. And bring that left palm back under the left shoulder and reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Let's draw this right hand to the left hip. Keep opening that right shoulder, square off those hips over the knees, and gaze up towards the ceiling. From here, bring the hips back to the heels. Draw the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, and twist deeper, looking over the right shoulder. Good, come back through center. Unwind those arms, bring them all the way out to the sides. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, dive back over into your tabletop position. A couple more cat-cow. Warming further into the spine. Beautiful, come back through neutral. Reach this left hand up and over to the right while you draw the hips and side body over to the left. Bring that spine back through neutral. Reach the left arm forward and up towards the ceiling. And draw it underneath the right arm. Coming in to thread the needle. Drop the left shoulder and ear. Knees stacked under hips. Right hand can stack under right elbow. Or reach to the top of the mat. Wherever that right hand is, place it back underneath the right shoulder. Press into that palm. Lift the left arm up. And find the left hand to the right hip. Looking over the left shoulder and keeping hips square over the knees. From there, seat back onto your heels. Draw the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Look over the left shoulder, twist. And unwind, bring those arms all the way out. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, dive over again. Table. Before we rise up to our down dog, let's walk these hands forward. Drop the chest down, hips stay over the knees, come into our puppy. Look towards the thumbs, chin comes to the floor instead of forehead this time. Keeping chest low and hips up. Then press into those palms. Walk yourself back to your table. Tuck the toes. Hips go up and back into your down dog. Pedal out those feet. Dropping one heel and then the other. Connecting that tailbone towards the ceiling. Rotating it back and out. Good. From here, let's ripple forward. Come into our plank. Dropping those knees down. Lead with the tailbone as you pull those hips back in a cow spine. So we're arching that back. And toes stay tucked, press into the palms, lift back and up into down dog. So we're going to take a couple of these, rippling forward as if we're moving through that cat back, coming into plank, dropping knees and hips go up and back, dramatically into our down dog again. Finding bigger movements in that spine. Let's take a few more. Ripple forward, drop the knees, lift hips up and back. Down dog, inhale forward, ripple, knees down, pull it back, down dog, one more, round forward, drop the knees, hips up and back, down dog, beautiful, pedal out those feet. We'll lift this right leg up behind us, scorpion tail, pull the right heel to the right bum. And exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow, tap that right foot down outside the right hand. Come into your lizard lunge. Let's drop this left knee down and untuck the back toes. We'll find some sways here, left and right, finding our lizard, getting comfy here. And let's bring this right hand to the right thigh, twisting, looking over that right shoulder. Deep breaths as we keep dropping into this left hip. And bring it back into your lizard. Let's tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, walk it over to that left leg. Into a skandasana, right heel down, right toes flex. We're balancing over this left foot. Maybe hands can lift, maybe hands stay down. From here, place that left palm down and reach the right arm up. That left elbow is pressing against the left knee into our open skandasana. Good, we're going to bring this right hand back down, walk it over to the right leg in skandasana. Right hand down inside the right leg and lift the left arm up. Open. Being very intentional with this movement we take today. Bring it down and bring it back to the left side. Left hand down, right arm up. And moving a bit more with our breath one movement. Come over to the right a couple more times, left arm up. Inhale. And bring it down. Left arm down, right arm up. Open and bring it down. To the right one last time, left arm up. Good, as we close this time, close both those hands down to frame this right foot in a low lunge. That back knee is lifted this time. Keeping our chest open, engage that back quad, and press those palms down, step it back to plank. We'll lower those knees, lower the chest and chin, elbows brush the sides, and from there ripple through the spine, coming into baby cobra, and bring it down. Press it back, table, and down dog. Nice. Let's ripple it forward to our plank. Drop those knees, pull the hips back and up, down dog. Ripple forward plank. Knees down, hips. Pull back and up. Ripple forward. Hips back and up. Down dog. Find this movement in your spine. 2 more here. Tucking the chin to the chest as we ripple to our plank. Opening that heart as we pull back into our down dog. 1 more. Pull it back. Down dog, beautiful. From there, lift that left leg up, scorpion tail, heel to bum. And exhale, let's pull this left foot to the outside of the left hand. Coming into our lizard, let's drop that right knee down. Keep that chest open. Keep the right palm where it is. Pull the left hand to the left thigh. Press hand to thigh and twist, looking over the left shoulder. And bring it back through center. Drop that left hand down. Let's tuck that back toe, lift the back knee, and walk ourselves over to that right leg in a skandasana. So we're balancing, right hand down, lift the left arm up. In a perfect world, that right heel is rooted to the floor, but as we work on our ankle mobility, it will maybe stay lifted for a while. Let's bring ourselves over to the left, lower the hips, stay where we will feel in the hips. Reach the right arm up, left hand down. And bring it over to the right. Right hand down, left arm up. And over to the left, left hand down, right arm up. And over to the right. Open. And last one, over to the left. Open that right arm. And as we close down, frame this left foot at the top of the mat in our lunge. From here, open the chest. Activate that back leg. And then press the palms down, step it back, plank, lower the knees. Lower all the way down chest. Lift those hips. And then ripple into our baby cobra. Good, press it all the way back down and back through our table. Come to our down dog. Pedal out those feet. Beautiful. Let's come down into our child's pose. Knees mat with distance, hips back to the heels. Pull the hips back. Finding space in that spine connection, the forehead to the floor. If you'd like, you can clasp those hands, bring them behind the head for a gentle tricep stretch in the upper arms. those hands are bound behind the neck. Reach them long. And let's ripple up through our table. Again. So knees are under hips, hands under shoulders. Reach this right leg long behind you. Pull the right heel to the bum and scorpion this leg in our table. So the right hip stacks over the left, but the shoulders stay square. Weight in the hands is even. We're simply opening this right hip. Good, then bring it down. And extend that right foot. Rotate it all the way around to the right and put that right foot down outside the left knee. Let's find some circles in this leg. And go the other direction. Good. Come back through neutral. Let's trace this right foot all the way around to the outside left edge of the mat. Tuck the right knee behind the left knee. Open the feet. Pull it back into half Gomukhasana. Hands reaching forward. Head hanging down. Feeling an opening in the hips and glutes. Bring it forward. Hands under shoulders. Reach this right leg long behind you, floating. Strength of the glute is lifting that leg. Reach the left arm forward. Pull the right heel in. Find the right foot with the left hand. And push foot to hand, hand to foot. Lifting the chest, opening the heart. Use the core to balance. And without slingshotting, release. Left arm forward, right foot back. Put that left hand down and tuck this right knee forward, coming into our low lunge. Find these blocks. Hands frame those hips with the blocks. In our lunge, shoulders are stacked over hips, melting the hips forward and down. Very nice. From here, press into that right heel, pull the hips back. Half split. And bring it forward. Low lunge. And pull it back, half split. And low lunge. And pull it back, half split. And low lunge. From here, keep that right hand on the block. Lift the left arm up and over, reach away from the left hand, finding a side body stretch. Then bring that right or that left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Reach the right arm back into a low lunge twist. Looking over that right shoulder. Bring the right hand back to the block. Left hand back to the block. One final half split, flexing the toes towards the face. And bring it forward. Good. From here, Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, coming into an active high lunge with that back knee lifted. Sweep the arms up for just a moment here, feeling this depth in the hips. And then move these blocks out of the way, press the palms down around that right foot. Step it back to plank. Lower those knees, lower chest and chin. Elbows brush the sides. Ripple through the spine, baby cobra. And bring it down. Press it back, table and down dog. Beautiful. Again, let's drop to our knees. Hips back to the heels. Forehead down. Maybe again, clasp those hands, pull them behind the head, stretching into the triceps. Extend those arms long again, if they're behind the head. And ripple yourself up into your table. From here, we'll reach this left leg long behind us. Pull the left heel towards the ceiling and open scorpion tail in our table. Shoulders stay square, but we stack that left hip on top of the right. Good, and bring it back to neutral. Reach that left leg long. Take it all the way out to the left side and drop it down in line with the right knee. We'll take those circles into that left knee and hip. Going one direction. And going the other. Beautiful, come back to neutral. In center, lift this left foot, trace it all the way around to the outside right edge of the mat. Tuck the left knee behind the right, open the feet, pull it back into your half Gomukhasana. Good, from there, bring yourself back forward. Reach this left leg long behind you, using the left glute to lift it. Reach the right arm long, pull the left heel into the bump, find that left ankle with the right hand and push foot to hand, hand to foot. Open that chest. And release without slingshotting. Right hand forward, left leg long, put that right hand down and tuck. Left knee in, step into your little lunge, find your blocks again. Hands on the blocks, shoulders over hips. Hips pulling forward and down. From here, let's pull it back into our half split. And forward into our low lunge. forward, low lunge, and half split. And low lunge. Lift this right arm up. Keep the left hand on the block and tip it up and over to the left side. Stretching into that right side body. Bring that right hand down outside the left thigh, twist the left hand back, looking over that left shoulder. And bring that left hand back to the block, right hand back to the block, and find one last half split. Good, bring it forward. Tuck the back toe. Lift that back knee. Active in your lunge. Low in your hips and lift the arms. For just a moment to feel this fire. And then release hands, come down, blocks move out. Press this left foot back to plank. And let's lower knees, lower chest and chin. And vertebrae by vertebrae. Come through, baby cobra. And press it back into your down dog. Lovely. From here, we're going to look to the top of the mat. Step those feet outside the hands. Come into Malasana Yogi squat. Feel free to bring the block underneath the hips. If you need to help stack the shoulders over the hips. That's a little bit more restorative. If you have this pose without props, feel free to come into it, tailbone dropping down, chest lifting up. Good. From here, take the hands down, press the hips up into our forward fold for just a moment. Turn those toes slightly inward, heels out, maybe sway left and right. Getting into some spaces in the body we haven't yet touched. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Good, and then from there, transition those feet back into your Malasana Yogi squat. From there, bring those hips down. Bring them all the way back. Feet stay down, chest up. Take those hands over the feet and vertebrae by vertebrae. Make sure a block is near you. We're going to ripple ourselves down using the strength of the core, coming all the way to a flat back. Good. From there, let's tuck those knees into the chest, hands to the shins, circle out those hips. Nice. Let's take these knees wide, feet stack over knees, hands come 2 feet for a half baby. You can always grab ankles, shins, or behind the thighs to keep the same alignment, but to make it a bit more accessible. Try to keep pulling that low back down to the floor. Maybe play with straightening one leg or the other, rocking left and right. Remember, this is a feel-good flow. Make sure that it stays in alignment. And pull those feet in. And take the legs long, Reaching hands up overhead, feet long. And pull those feet flat to the floor, knees bent. Find that block. Press into the heels. Remember, you have 3 settings on the block here. So you can take it underneath the small of the back on the lowest, medium, or highest setting. Remember to listen to your body. Finding a supported bridge, feeling the hips relax over that block, melt over the edges like a blanket over a post. Those heels into the floor, lift those hips up, and take the hips down. Good. From there, sway the knees over to the left, drop the head over to the right. A gentle twist. And bring those knees back through center, bring them over to the right. Gaze drops over to the left. And bring those knees back up to center, gaze back to the ceiling. And from here, decide whether you want to take a constructive rest, feet wide, knees kickstanding in. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out. Or your traditional Shavasana with the legs long, palms face up on the mat. Take your variation of a final resting pose. Maybe try them all and see which one pulls your energy the most. That is your intuition speaking. Notice how you feel after that flow in the body, in the breath, and in the mind. Start to wiggle those toes and fingers. Incorporating new, rejuvenated movement into the body. Those little movements feel integrated. Let them grow. Maybe knees to chest. and hug yourself into a fetal position to the left or right side. From there, press that top hand into the floor, lift yourself up back into your seat. Maybe finding a block underneath the sits bones or just rooting down on the mat. Yogi's choice, hands rest on the legs, chest tall, crown of the head, pulling away from the tailbone. Let's drop the chin to the chest, round the head around in some circles. And go the other direction. Bring the chin back to the chest. Inhale, lift the head. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center, thumbs brush that heart. A reminder that this practice is with you wherever you go. Let's take a deep inhale. And exhale. Thumbs to the third eye, center of the forehead. Take a little bow towards yourself, towards each other. Thank you so much for helping me create this class today on our mats. I hope it served you and you enjoyed practicing with me. If you enjoyed this class, make sure to check out all of the other classes in my online membership, as well as on my YouTube channel. All of the links to access are in the description below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.